In the summer of 2007, in one afternoon, two of the 13 largest global investment banks closed their doors in one afternoon. Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns. No one saw it coming. As it happened, no one could explain what was going on. It was possibly the worst financial crisis in human history, and the consequential bailout was possibly the biggest bailout in human history. A lot of people couldn't make sense of it, and in the ensuing years, there was a lot of emotion, a lot of anger, movements like Occupy Wall Street. People wanted to resist the system, but they didn't know exactly what their message was. And in this fog, in October of 2008, a mysterious figure named Satoshi Nakamoto, we're not sure who this figure is, it might be a group of people, it might be a woman, publishes a 9-page white paper called Bitcoin. Had some longer name, the Bitcoin Protocol, and comments on a forum, a nerd blog, that Satoshi Nakamoto thinks that Satoshi Nakamoto might have solved the economic and currency problems that have plagued us. In January of the subsequent year, 2009, Bitcoin went live. Bitcoin is three things. It's a software protocol, it is a network, and it is a currency, a digital currency. Bitcoin would become something that's fascinating to study in the next 8 years across three separate axes: politically, economically, and technologically. I'll do the last one first. If you're a nerd, if you're a technologist, if you're a software engineer, Bitcoin is a fascinating piece of technology. It's a code that brings together 5 or 6 separate technologies, all of which had pre-existed long before. Some go back to the 70s, some are from the 80s, some are from 1997. And in an elegant constellation, Bitcoin is a fascinating study in technology, and we'll talk about that a lot in ensuing videos. Moving backward, there's another axis that's fascinating, which is economics. To this day, economists have trouble defining what currency is. It's something of value upon which we all agree, that is perhaps fungible and portable and scarce and divisible, but at the end of the day, it's a lot like light or electricity. We use it all the time, but we can't really explain it, other than maybe nominating or enumerating 5 or 6 properties about it. Bitcoin is a fascinating currency. It's a digital currency, and it's something to study through an economic optic. And finally, politically, you don't need to be a political theorist or political scientist studying medieval Italy or 19th century Europe. Study Bitcoin. Watch what would happen from 2009 on as different factions would show up: miners, nodes, users, developers, exchanges, wallets, and they each have their own interest, a vested interest, and you can watch them try to influence the future direction of this protocol with political influence, political impulses, and we'll be studying that as well. Big thank yous to the late Mark Yowitz, we were supposed to do this together, to Box Mining Daily, to Ivan on Tech, to the wonderful Andreas Antonopoulos, and to the incomparable Callum von Moger. Can I go now? Let's bleed, pig!